everybody. We are here with MEPACON, the 4 directors, and our guest GM, Jazmin. She's going to try to kill us all. Play a game with us. And we're going to do Call of Cthulhu, so she really is either trying to drive us crazy or kill us, which is fun. So we're going to stream our game for you. Many of us have never played or have not played much Call of Cthulhu. Others of us are very experienced, so please excuse our vast array of abilities, yes, and but we're gonna have a good time, and that's what matters. So, Jazmin, what are we playing today?
Okay, so it is March of 1988, and before I get too much into the backstory, I know that the map says lower level. You're actually on the upper level. I just didn't feel like changing the banquet hall location. But anyway, you are in this mall, and you are invited to be at a gala for the opening of this mall. And the opening is technically tomorrow. And there's like people eating and generally celebrating the opening. You all are at the same table, and there is one empty seat. In each table placed in front of you is your name. And the empty seat's name says, let me find the person's name. Paul Spinder, which some of you may or may not know already.
Yep, I know.
Me too.
Yep.
Okay. So, you guys can discuss, what's going on, what you're eating, watching the other people, if you would like.
Someone pass the rolls, please.
Somebody pass me the coffee.
So my character's name is.
I need a refill.
So I'm police officer, and I'm just I'm actually
Long
here
night last night.
off duty to buy a present for my wife, and I stopped at the food court right
Mr.
now
Spinder,
because shopping's hard.
how excited are you for this new mall?
My name is Michael Garibaldi.
All right. After a while, you do see Paul Spinder come in and sits down at the empty chair. He looks like he had not a very restful night. His eyes are kind of sunken in. There's some bags under his eyes, and he looks generally pale looking.
How you doing, Mr. Spender?
He kind of like is very like strained in his voice. He's like, I'm fine.
And
I'm glad to be here.
And who? I'm sorry. And who is this?
Paul Spinder.
Is this opening turning out to be stressful?
Yes.
Is the opening been stressful?
Yes, it has been stressful. You can also make a psychology roll if you would like.
So is everything all ready to go for the grand opening?
Combat attributes, skills. There we go.
Yeah. He says, well, everything. I just clicked off of it.
I just clicked it like 4 times.
I'll just take the first time from you.
That's fine. That's the best one.
Yeah, it is.
Did I hear that you want a psychology roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
So, Ivy, you realize that he looks to be under an extreme amount of stress.
Okay.
He says,
I missed my psychology.
Okay. So he says that it would have been better if there wasn't happening to have and he like paused it almost dramatically, a scandal before we opened.
Scandal? What kind of scandal?
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh, really?
Tell us about it.
Well, I only know very little
I've got
about
my
this.
little note now.
Journalist is excited.
And I would like your assistance, and he kind of looks like all of you. And he says, a few days ago, a security guard here by the name of John Woodford, he happened to pass under some mysterious circumstances. And I am actually offering a reward if you figure out what happened, basically. So the cash reward. Go ahead.
So he passed a test or something?
So tell us about I think he died.
Oh.
What
he
caused him
died.
to die, do you know?
Well,
that's different.
Well, you see, there's this gazebo on the first floor, and it seems like it fell apart and hit this poor security guard. But all my carpenters and whatnot have said that it was solidly built and it should not have fallen apart.
Hmm.
Huh.
That's just awful.
Sounds like sabotage to me.
Has anybody investigated it yet? Has any, do you have any engineers or anybody come in and do an analysis on why it failed?
There has been some police work, and the construction crew has been coming in and out, but they are saying that it basically it shouldn't have had happened that way, at least with the architects. The police are like, yeah, obviously this thing hit him on the head and that's what happened. That's what killed him.
Hmm.
I can take you to
Sounds
the
like we need to get to
location
the bottom of it. So that would be great. It's also important for us to know who was in the mall prior to this thing collapsing.
Yeah.
Okay. He said he'll take you down, and he kind of tries to make you guys come discreetly out of this banquet area, and he'll take you down. He says, the actual murder happened, or not murder, but death happened about 2 weeks ago, and they just removed his body a couple of days ago. So you guys should be seeing a new image on your screen. It looks like sort of like a carousel sort of thing.
Nice.
Okay.
I do. So wait, he died 2 weeks ago, and his body was there for
about a week.
10 days?
He says that the body was there for about a week.
Was it that no one found the body?
Say that again?
Did they
how?
So no one found the body for like a week.
Right. So when he brings you to the location,
So did this security guard live alone or something?
He's not quite sure of that. He brings you down to this gazebo, and it's at the central junction of the three wings. There is police tape wrapped around the the area, and there is still a crime scene cleaning crew consisting of 3 janitors wearing heavy protective clothing. You see Spender kind of wave them all off, to gesturing to him to go away. And there's a few other people walking through the mall, but generally giving this area wide berth. And he says, I'll let you check this out, and I'll be upstairs if you need me.
All right. So let's take a look around. Search the area.
So protective.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hang on a second. The janitors were wearing heavy protective equipment, like that suit.
You think that it's probably not normal?
Like,
this far into the case.
glove.
Let's see. You do see one of the gazebo pillars had collapsed.
Yeah, I mean, a gazebo collapsing is not something.
Right, so you see that it's like mostly the gazebo is intact. It's just one pillar had collapsed, and it's landed near the chalk outline that's on the floor.
Okay.
And you can see that what the janitors were working on is near that chalk outline. There's a bunch of blood spatters around there. Besides the blood and the chalk outline, you see a couple feet.
Makes sense.
Right. A couple feet away from that is a flashlight sitting on the floor.
Flashlight seems interesting. That's a strange thing to find, I guess, maybe. After all this time?
Well, not even just that. Why would if he was here with the lights? Was he here after? Was he here at the dark, at night, and all the lights were off? And if so, why was he here that late that he would need a flashlight? I think that's kind of strange in and of itself.
Well, I mean, he.
Don, you can make a psychology roll.
All right, hold on.
And try to get a hard success, if you can.
So that's a low. That's low. All right. So all right, hold on. So I will re-roll 1d100, right?
You open your character sheet, you can just click on the skill and it rolls it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here, let's try that. Here,
I think there's different toggles.
4 times, but
I think there's different toggles for hard, regular.
You can do it right from your character sheet.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for my character sheet. I'm clicking on the skill. It doesn't seem to be rolling anything.
Go back to the chat.
Okay, go back to chat. I'm in chat. Yep.
Oh, because I did it and it sent it to Jazmin 4 times.
Are you in edit mode?
I am. There we go.
Ah.
There you go. Failure.
Oh, I see. And I have Whisper to keep her on. Oh, I see. Regular, hard, extreme for both. I get it.
Yeah.
It's making sense now.
I think verbose means we all see it.
I never tried that one, so I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think that.
No, I think Whisper to Keeper just says, so like here, if I, oh, look at that. It's like, oh, wow, look at that. 1 versus 10.
Yep, so that's what happens. Verbose goes to everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So was I supposed to be doing a hard roll? I mean, what roll options was I? Regular? Was
hard.
Okay? Oh, I went hard. Okay. So what do you say? I don't know what the difference is. Still missed it. Yeah, definitely missed it. Okay.
Okay. So you do realize that it's unusual that he had a flashlight here, and you don't know why that the cops didn't pick it up for evidence. But why it would be there, you're not quite sure.
Okay. That is kind of weird, ain't it? Because you think the police would have.
Was there any? Is there finger? Are there? Yeah, it's weird that it's left here. I mean, this is very sloppy. That's not normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no expert, but first of all, I have my camera with me, so I'm going to take a picture of the flashlight, like approximately where it was. And then I look at the flashlight. Can I see like either fingerprints or blood or anything?
Make a spot hidden check.
Any evidence?
And under hard.
They need to do a
hard spot hidden.
Hard?
I'm going on a camera for a second. I'm having computer issues.
I almost just knocked over my mic.
I guess not. Okay. For some reason it went twice.
But I'll go for the sake of ease, just using the first one.
We're just slow on the uptake.
Yeah. So you don't really notice anything from your distance, without like looking under like microscope or anything like that, blood or fingerprints or anything like that. But you imagine there would be at least fingerprints.
Okay, well, does anybody have a bag or something we could put this in? Keep from disturbing the evidence. If not, I'll just like wrap it in a piece of paper and put it in my bag.
If you're looking around, you do see that there are people stocking shelves and whatever. So you're thinking these people are employees preparing for the opening.
Right. Yeah. So the mall's not open. So it's not like any of the stores are open and we could just buy a bag.
Right.
Buy a pack of gum in a big bag.
It's a soft opening.
Yeah, you know.
But I mean, we might be able to get a plastic bag off. Anyway, I'm gonna worry about that part. I want to take some photos of the broken whatever support on the gazebo.
All right.
Okay.
And then I want to try to figure what it looks like. Like, does it look like someone hit it with something? Is it like partially cut, like with a saw?
Yeah.
You know, what is the
you
broken
can do
part look like?
Right now it just looks like that one pillar collapsed and it's spilled out mostly in one chunk, but there are some chunks that were broken off of it. But you can also do an engineering check if you.
Engineering check?
Yeah.
I don't think I have that.
Yep.
But you want to bet the engineer has that?
I bet the engineer does have that, but I'm not the engineer.
Huh?
I have some mechanical repair.
Yeah, I have mechanical repair. I have
electrical repair.
I have lots of that.
Yeah, so unfortunately you guys don't know necessarily what
I
caused
don't have any engineering.
it to fall down. It's beyond your knowledge skill set.
Okay.
You said there are some blood stains around the chalk outline. Is there like, would I be able to use first aid to like maybe glean something from that?
Yes, you would be able to.
All right. I will try that.
While they're looking at that, Jazmin, I'm going to just take a look around and just, see if there's anything else that might be hidden or, not necessarily in this specific area where they roped off, but just look around, see if there's anything else.
All right. So, the hacker, you notice that there is a whole bunch of blood spatter, and you notice that it looks like it is very significant blood loss, and it would be more consistent with somebody being cut rather than being somebody being hit.
Huh.
So this blood spatter looks like it's almost from like a slashing wound, not a bludgeoning wound.
How? We don't know where the body is, though, right? The body's
No.
the body's. I'm assuming at the morgue or something.
Yeah, the body has been taken away. But as you were looking around, you don't really see anything unusual.
Okay.
You notice that as you're walking around, in some spots, it feels like almost like the air conditioner turned on and blew super cold air.
Yep.
But you don't hear the air conditioner turning on to do that.
Wait a minute. Say that again?
You feel like that like you being blasted with cold air from the air conditioner, but the air conditioner's not on.
I don't hear. So I don't hear the fan blowing the cold air, but I do feel cold air. Where is that at?
Let me switch you guys to the other map. So, come on. So you guys are here
At the gazebo there, right?
right? And there's like couple vents, like almost where somewhere these red dots are, but like
Okay.
on the corners and everything like that.
Yep.
But you don't feel like you're standing still. You're holding your hand up, and you don't feel air coming from the vents or anything like that.
And where am I? Am I by one of those? Am I by what, like that one corner there?
Yeah, and you do realize that these red dot. What are these red dots? Are cameras. So.
Okay.
Do we have access to the camera footage?
We would have
that. Spender would tell you that there would be security down here that you can go check out.
Right. I point out to everybody. I say, "Hey, come here. This is kind of interesting." And I point out the cold air that I feel here. Yet the air conditioning does not seem to be on. Yet if you move away from this area, it isn't cold. Step in, cold. Step out, cold. Step in, cold. Step out, cold. It'd be like Peter. Cold, warm, cold, warm. And there's nothing around here that seems to be like there's no. Is there anything? I mean, what's around? Where it's cold? Is there anything around here? Is above? Is like there a hole in the ceiling or?
It's like a vent from the ceiling.
But that's it. But there's no. But the air can. I don't feel air coming out of it, right?
Right.
But it's cold around there.
Mhm.
Odd.
Huh.
Hey, who's the hacker? They're usually tiny. Why don't you go crawl up there and see what's up there?
I don't know. Am I tiny?
I would have to look at your size. What's your size?
55. I don't know what that means.
I mean, you're on the smaller size.
I'm a size 50. I don't know what that means either.
As
slightly smaller than you.
I have a size of 75, which you know, I'm a little more, you know, with my strength and everything, I'm a little more muscular.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little bit of a climb skill.
Right.
I have a size of 85.
I would suggest that we do two things. Let's talk to the let's go over to the security area, see what we can see on the security cameras. If the police didn't already confiscate those videos, and then also let's see about what's going on with this air conditioning.
Okay.
I think that makes the most sense. Let's do that.
All right. So you go walk down to the security, and you notice that it's not like a little hole in the wall sort of thing. They're actually using a storefront. And you see a large window and an entrance to this security office. And you can see a large desk, and there is, looks to you, a security officer sitting at a desk with his feet up. In front of him, there is a panel of security camera feeds, and there's like a whole bunch of wires leaning in and out of the room. You do notice that he is actually asleep as you approach.
Since I'm the cop, I kind of walk in and I kind of be a little loud, just kind of startle him. Kind of trying to be courteous by letting him wake up, by letting him hear us coming before we actually get there. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Try not to let him, you know, let him save face a little bit.
Okay. As he kind of hears you walk in, he'll swing down his feet off the desk and kind of like straighten out his shirt.
I reach out my hand and said, "Hi there. My name's Michael. I'm with the local police department." And I show him my badge. I said, "We're here to help oh shoot, what was his name again? Paul?"
He kind of hears you.
What was the gentleman's name that we were here to help?
His last name is Spender. Let me go find his first name. Paul Spender.
Spender. Okay. I said
Paul Spender.
I said we're here to help. We're here helping Paul Spender looking into the unfortunate accident that happened the other day. I was wondering if you can give us a hand.
Sure. As you're like looking at him and introducing yourself, you do see his name on his name tag, and it says, I'm probably gonna butcher this, and I'm sorry, but it is Eugen. I'm just gonna put it in chat, and then you guys can figure it out on yourselves.
All right.
So I'm putting his first name there as well.
Nguyen.
Okay. I am terrible at names.
I feel you, and I teach middle school, so that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a Vietnamese name.
Okay.
Very common Vietnamese. It's like I
need them to give you a pronouncer.
Yeah.
I feel that for also like fantasy games where I always need
the Smith of Vietnamese names.
Anyway, he said, "Sure, I would love to help you."
Sure, thank you. Is there any chance that we could see some? Do you still have the video footage of the time that the wow, was it
the horrible accident?
I forgot. Was he a janitor? Was he?
He was a security guard.
He was a security guard.
Right?
Yeah. And he says, "Sure, I have the security tape right here. I made a copy." So he goes back into the back room and pops it into the VHS player.
Do we know what the security guard's name was?
John Woodford. I'm gonna put that name into.
All right.
As soon as I can copy it.
All right.
Right. All right. So he'll go and start putting up on the screen. He does say that I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to see because
it's dark.
It's dark, new, and to him newer technology. So the finer details have not been really worked out.
Well, you know what? We can take it to the CSI lab. They can enhance the video so that we can see anything, even what's behind the camera.
Enhance. Okay. So what you see is the cameras in that area are pointing at the other wall, but not far down enough or over enough to see exactly what happened.
Okay.
And unfortunately, the audio is not working, so you don't hear any audio.
So I asked,
how about
this security guard, this guy, did he know John?
Yes, he was
James,
one
did
of the
you know John?
security guards on. Yeah, well, fairly well. He was on our night shift.
Did you hire him, or did
Do you know?
someone else
Did
hire
he
him?
live alone?
Are you like?
I did not hire him, and I don't know if he lived alone or not.
Okay.
So how long have you worked with him?
Not very long. Maybe 3 weeks or so before this.
Yeah, like in total, how long did you?
So we don't.
I have about 3.5 weeks at most.
Okay, so he's a new person to you.
Right. And if anybody's really looking at
I was going to ask you how reliable he is, but
he seemed okay while he was alive.
But once he died, forget it. His work ethic slacked off.
Right. If anybody's really looking at the security tape that he put in, you can make a spot hidden roll.
That's something I can really do, though.
Oh, come on!
Do that.
I can.
Oh, come on! I don't like this thing rolling. This. I need new dice.
I didn't crush it, but I definitely hit it.
I put it. I was no.
Ivy got
a hard
the hard
success.
What did you say, Don? I'm sorry.
I said Ivy got the hard success.
I did.
Yes. Woo.
So, both Jessica and Ivy, you both see this really well, but in Crash, you kind of see it, but it's really faint to you. But the other two, you can see it really well.
I
feel like I pointed it out, and they did a better job of figuring it out once I saw it.
So you, Crash, you notice that all the cameras seem like it stops recording, like almost at the same time, like almost like a rolling domino sort of effect. The two women, you notice that as the cameras freeze for a second, you almost see like a cold mist going by, almost as someone did that breathy sort of thing where in the cold where your breath is shown. And you kind of see it go towards the gazebo.
That's odd. That kind of goes along with the cold air we're feeling. I asked actually James. Hey James, who runs the maintenance operations here? Where would be the maintenance office? The air conditioning and everything.
There should be a janitor's room somewhere. But you should really maybe talk to Spindorf about going to the architects. I think he might be here up in the gala.
Okay. Have you been walking? Have you been doing the beat here? Have you been walking the mall floor at all since the accident?
Yeah. Me and a couple of the other security officers have been kind of like rotating off and on. We're a little bit short-handed now that John's not here anymore.
Yeah, are they? I take it they're not here right now. That you're by yourself.
Right.
Have you noticed any cold air around the gazebo, even though the AC doesn't seem to be running?
Yes.
Has anybody? Do we know what's going on there?
I don't know specifically, but I noticed it up in the Montgomery Ward wing. I don't know if there's something wrong with the AC vents or anything up there.
All right.
But you know, it does seem to get intense later in the middle of the night. If you would like, you can come back at that time to do like a stakeout of sorts.
We can talk about that then. Do we want to go? What do you guys want to do? Do you want to take a look around Montgomery Ward? Do we want to go talk to Spinder and see about the maintenance?
Sure.
Well, I mean, if we're going to do a stakeout later, that's fine.
Well, why don't
we should talk
we
to Spinder
go
about
check out the Montgomery Ward?
Excuse me.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's
we
take
can
a walk up.
find Spinder. He's probably on some machinations somewhere.
Call him on her cell phone. Oh, wait a minute. This is in the 80s, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ha
No cell phones.
Gotta pull out that bag phone.
Yep.
No.
That means we gotta walk with our.
No, wait a minute. I know I had my flip phone back in the 90s. It was the early 90s. That's right.
So this is 88. So.
Yeah, I'm showing my age.
So you're going up towards Montgomery
Some
Ward?
wealthy people had phones in their cars.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna try to find Spinder first.
Let's take a walk up towards Montgomery Ward, then we can go talk to Spinder about the maintenance area.
Okay. All right. I lost my voice. So you go towards Montgomery Ward. You do see some employees still working at some of the storefronts as you're going by there, but the gates are all down and closed. You do feel like it is distinctly colder at the end there towards Montgomery Ward.
Okay. How do these cameras? You know what? Come to think of it, are these cameras like are up on the ceiling, pointing down?
Yeah, they're kind of like on the bottoms of the second floor, and they're kind of pointing down.
Okay. And remember, Eric, you saw that with or Crash Masters. You saw that mist or something, or like breath of like someone like cold air or something.
Well, I saw the cameras stop and
yeah,
Jessica.
Right before the camera.
Yeah, Jessica and I saw the mist.
And which direction did the mist come from? It came from Montgomery?
It seemed like it came from Montgomery and went towards the gazebo.
Do we have the other cameras? Maybe did we look at the other cameras to see if whatever that was, did it go past whatever that?
I think that was all the cameras.
When they originally looked at the security camera, it just seems like all the other cameras just stopped for the moment, but the mist didn't really go down towards the other areas of the mall.
And so it's cold down by Montgomery.
So it stopped about at the gazebo?
Yeah. So let me just do this. So it seemed like let's draw a line. So I'm gonna just use blue. So it seemed like it went like sort of like that.
And stopped right about the gazebo there.
Yeah, it seemed like it stopped right about the gazebo.
Huh.
So these two cameras down here by the gazebo seem like it kind of got the misty thing, but not entirely.
Okay.
It's more like in the corner.
But we definitely saw it up in those other 3 there.
Right.
Okay. How about inside Montgomery Ward? Are there any cameras in there? Do we know if they have security in there?
You would imagine that they would have some sort of security cameras, but it's not managed by the security office per se.
Okay.
So they might have like their own departmental security thing.
All
in
right,
the back.
maybe. Yeah, maybe if we go in there, maybe we can talk to the manager and get to see their video.
All right. So far there, from what you can tell from outside of Montgomery, it looks like the front area is closed, like the lights are off or dimmed. And you don't see anybody, and you don't see any employees stalking up here in the front for Montgomery.
Okay.
Hello, is anyone here?
You don't hear anybody.
All right, well, I'm imagining the management and all that would probably be towards the back of the store, I guess.
Probably. Is it, and it is colder back this way, right?
Yeah. One second, guys.
Right.
Food order. Anyway, so you guys were trying to get attention from somebody from Montgomery, and you didn't get any response.
Walk around back here. Anybody at all? Any back offices? Anybody back in the stocking area?
You notice that for the large part, it's blocked off, so you don't see anybody around.
Huh. Wait a minute. What's blocked off? The entrance to Montgomery Ward?
Yeah.
Is it like one of those big pull down?
Yeah, one of those big pull down things.
All right, gates. All right. Try and lift up on it, or is it locked?
It's locked.
All right. Interesting.
Hmm.
Montgomery Ward locked.
I don't know. I'm just walking around looking for anybody or any evidence of security or security cameras.
Besides the ones in the main hallway, you don't see any specifically.
So, all right. We can't get back to Montgomery Ward. Are there any vendors? Are there anybody in the side stores leading up?
Yeah. The ones that you notice that have people there are 3 of the closer ones to the gazebo. So.
Okay.
These ones to the north, or to the side, and then this one over here.
I approach one of them and start asking them about when they got here, how long have they been how long have they been at the store, and then kind of work my way around to how cold it is back here, and when's maintenance gonna, did anybody talk to maintenance about fixing the AC?
They tell you that they began work at their various stores about 1 week ago, and
Okay.
the crime scene has been there for since then. And several of them said that the police were active at the site for about 3 days, and then the cleanup crews have been at work since then, and has been very slow.
How about the
Influ-
cold air? Has it been cold this whole time since you've been here?
let me scroll they've seen, not seen, they felt cold air several times throughout their shifts. Sometimes it's present for a while, sometimes it's present for like maybe a minute or two and then disappears.
Huh. Has anybody talked to maintenance?
But this is we're not continuing now.
Yeah, so they haven't really complained or asked about what's been going around with the crime scene,
Okay.
and they don't know if their bosses have said anything.
Gotcha.
And they do tell you, a couple of them said that they feel like the mall is creepy at night, and they some of them have seen strange shadows or felt like they were being watched.
Huh.
That is odd.
Have you ever seen anyone around here that doesn't look like they belong, or you didn't know why they were here?
If anybody, they came up as like that they didn't recognize, they assumed that they were an employee for another store.
Yes, that's a fair assumption.
Okay. Right. Fair assumption until someone gets killed in it.
Well, yeah.
Right. As you're talking around here at some of the stores, Spinder comes down and says, I think you should meet the foreman from the construction company.
Okay.
And he's upstairs at the gala if you would like to
Okay.
follow me to him.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Hey, do you know how we can go back? Is anybody? I while we're walking back, I asked him if he knows if there's anybody here from Montgomery Ward yet. We saw it was all locked up.
He says, I think that everybody from that store has gone home for the evening. And they, if you needed to talk to them, they should be here tomorrow for the
Okay.
opening. So he brings you to the foreman, and he's kind of like standing like sort of out of the way. You notice, the first thing you notice about him is that everybody else is kind of like nicely dressed, but he is wearing like a plaid shirt and jeans, and he's drinking beer from a bottle. So he doesn't definitely seem like he doesn't sort of fit with the rest of the crowd. So
Isn't it morning?
yes, he says, look, it has like lime in it. It has lime
Okay.
in it, so therefore, if it's fruit, it's morning.
Huh.
Uh-huh. Okay. Does he still look rough?
Kind of cleaned up, sort of rough. He's not by any means dirty, but he doesn't. He looks like, he's a construction worker. You know what I mean?
Fits the stereotype.
Yeah. So Spender says this is Herbert Fox, the foreman.
Hi, Herbert. Nice to meet you. So, what can you tell us about the construction of this gazebo? That one pillar really looks like a hot mess now.
He says, well, he doesn't know anything about the gazebo because their company didn't bring that in. It was the mall that brought that in, so he has no idea. And you know, they get shoddy workmen doing things for a gazebo, so it's like it's not his fault. Yeah.
Have you looked at the pillar that collapsed?
Of course not.
He did, and from what he can tell, it looks like it was made. In his opinion, it's like, you know, that's well done, but you know, not to his standard, but it is very well done.
Huh.
And
why did it collapse?
He does not know.
And where did this gazebo come from? You said they brought it in. So where did
He doesn't know exactly where they bought it from.
Well, I asked.
I was gonna say, would that be a?
So where'd you buy it from?
He would have to go look at his receipts because he doesn't remember off the top of his head.
Well, I think that might be important.
Might be.
Did anybody do a structural analysis?
Like, did you buy it from an Indian burial ground?
Did anybody do a check to see why it failed? Was it like weak boards? Was it bad materials? Was it sabotage? Did someone cut it? Did anybody actually investigate that yet?
Not to his awareness.
Do we think we can take a look at that and see? Do you maybe you can come over with us and lend us your expert eye as to what you think maybe caused the issue?
Okay.
Since we don't have an engineer with us. Do we want to take a walk back to the gazebo and take a look at the?
Yeah, that makes
Sure.
sense.
Sure.
All right, walk back and basically see what he has to say, being the architect.
All right. He takes care not to like actively touch it, but he's just observing closely from standing near it. Because obviously he doesn't want to be blamed for pushing it or whatnot. He says that it looks like that it's not a case of like the nails and screws or whatever falling apart. Only it might have been like the thing that made it easier to push, but it looks like it had been broken up a little, like, you know, someone basically came in to break it up a little bit to make it easier to fall on him. And then when it crashed, it looks like that, you know, these pieces here, that this is all damage from it falling onto the floor. But
why did it take them so long to clean it up? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
He doesn't
I mean,
know.
It doesn't seem to be all that disastrous. I mean, other than the fact that someone died, of course.
Right. Anything else that you'd need?
Well, I would like to see a list of everybody who was in the mall prior to this soft opening who could have had access to this gazebo.
I'm sure Mr. Spender or the security
If
guard
such a
could
list
tell us.
exists.
Unfortunately, he can't help with who is all in here.
Right. Well, I guess we have to go back to Spender and get access to the security list.
Yeah.
Unless you have any other thoughts about this gazebo.
Well,
so how long
I
has
don't
the
have any other
gazebo been
thoughts.
in here?
For a while. I can't tell you when exactly, but it's been here for a while.
All right.
Well, they've been building this mall, and I can't imagine that's a fast process. So
No, but he's thinking maybe like the last 2 months at least, at minimum. It's been here.
Well, it's such a fancy gazebo. You don't want to damage it while you're bringing all kinds of other construction stuff in, I'm sure.
Right. It was only brought. His
That's
opinion
true.
is that it was brought in when like these hallways were done mostly.
All right.
Is there anything else that I can help you with? He says.
I can't think of anything.
No.
Yeah. What about this
Not that I can
cold
think of.
air? Do you know what with the I know you're not maintenance necessarily, but do you know what's going on with this cold air? I noticed that as you get closer to Montgomery Ward, it gets colder and colder, but you hold your hand up to the air vent and nothing. What's the source of all this cold air?
You see him like take a pause, and he says, this is not something usually I would think about, because it's a standard construction thing.
Sure.
But down there by Montgomery Ward, there was a sinkhole that was found during construction, and we covered it up.
Oh, interesting. How did they fill it in?
Covered sinkhole.
He said that basically they tried filling it in with concrete and stuff.
Okay.
Huh.
Where exactly?
And where
was
the sinkhole located?
Yeah, was it over Montgomery? Was it under Montgomery Ward, or is it out in?
It's like right in front of Montgomery.
Right in front.
He says that he doesn't, since there's nobody really like standing on there. There's like underneath the flooring there, it's like a couple like pillars of concrete. So it shouldn't fall in again. Shouldn't.
Shouldn't. Yeah, that doesn't fill me with confidence. Yeah, go ahead and stand there. It shouldn't cave in. Okay.
Also, when at the very beginning, now I'm thinking of it, is that when we were just starting construction, we had to demolish some of these houses that were on this land.
Right.
And there was a couple houses that were on the property that they had to demolish, and there's this one house that had like a whole bunch of antique stuff in it. It hadn't been lived in, but it was abandoned, but it still had all this antique stuff in it. Another house, there was everything removed out of it except for one house, one painting in the living room that was a farmhouse. And he thinks the most interesting
a painting of a farmhouse.
A painting of a farmhouse, and one of these houses that they demolished. There was some beat up book in German that he donated to the historical society.
Right.
But it's kind of interesting that most of these houses that were abandoned. This particular book was the pages were in pretty decent condition, but the outside was kind of rotting away, and everything else in that house was kind of rotting
Mhm.
away, except for this German book. But since he found that book,
Where is the?
go ahead, Trisha.
Go ahead.
He was just gonna
I was
say,
gonna say, where is the? Yeah, all I was gonna ask was, where was the historical society compared to the mall? How far
it's
away
just
is it?
literally like down the block. And as far as
Okay.
he's aware, that since that he thought these houses were kind of strange, that kind of strange feeling never really left him.
Huh.
Hmm.
Like it's an unsettled sort of feeling.
Right. Goes along with the coldness and a weird sinkhole.
Very strange happening.
The plot thickens. Can he walk us to where the sinkhole was?
Yeah. And he'll point out, like at the top in the tiles, this is where it begins, and it ends 15 feet over that way. And I'll just do that on the map for you.
I'm gonna take some
So
photos
basically, like
over there.
that to that, it's like right,
Yes.
like almost stretching completely across the hallway there.
Okay. Yeah, I want to take some photos.
To you, he's saying like it looks like that little gray line.
Maybe we want to.
Who else can we talk to?
Well, we could go down to that. But what would the historical society have to do with any of this?
Well, he said that he don't.
Yeah, but that book is there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No, I know the
And
book is
Mike,
there, but that was
is
that. I
there
mean,
any basement underneath here?
He didn't really put in a basement, but it would be a basement level if they like set it up and everything.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I find the book interesting, but
do you want to go?
I don't know that it gets us any
split up a little
closer
bit?
to.
No, but maybe it
Well, that
might
could
have
be
some.
more.
Maybe someone lived there and was moved because of this, and maybe they're looking for revenge. Maybe there's something in the book that might lead us to them. Do you want to go take a look at that? I want to go down and talk to security and see if he can get us into Montgomery Ward.
Yeah, might even have the name of the people in there, right?
Right.
All right.
Having some, because right now we don't list of who's been in this building, so way more questions than answers.
Yep.
All right, so we'll split up.
Back.
If you guys want to go to
get a drink,
yep. And I'll go down to security. I'm going to see if James has a key to Montgomery Ward to look in there. Or actually, no. What's his face? Paul Spinder. Actually, ask him since we were right there with him. Ask Paul if he has any access to Montgomery Ward or if security does. Explain to him explain to Paul what we saw on the video with the, with We saw something moving. We don't know what it was, but we saw something moving, and it was coming from the Montgomery Ward area. But now it's all locked up. I mean, it's morning, and there's nobody in Montgomery Ward.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of a little strange, don't you?
Especially on the day of the soft opening.
Yep. So, Spindle will say that security would be able to let you into Montgomery if you need to.
All right. Why don't we
Sure.
Why don't we go? While they go. While Trish goes to look. Is anybody going to go with Trish? I'll take that as a no, and she'll go by herself.
I can go with her. I was trying to listen and see if you could hear Eric pouring the seltzer. Because I hear it very loudly.
No,
it's not on the mic.
I did turn my mic off.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So we'll go. I'll go. See about getting the key to Montgomery, or getting James to unlock Montgomery Ward. If someone wants to go with Trish or she can go by herself. I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
I don't mind going with her. I'll go with her.
All right, there you go. Hacker Man can go with me.
Hacker Man.
Can you hack time and take us back in time?
No, but I can get you like free AOL for about
a month or two, right?
I got a year's worth of discs that I can use to get free AOL.
All right. Let me do the people going to security first, and then I'll do the stuff second. So James, the security guard, he would be able to let you into Montgomery Ward.
All right. So we ask, hey, can you open up for us? We want to go take a look around back there. I think it's kind of, we just want to take a look and see, and explain what we saw in the video, and we just want to take a look around. We talked to Paul. Paul sent us to you.
All right. He'll grab keys and he'll walk you to Montgomery Ward. And as you're walking there, you do see some other stores. There are other workers coming into the other stores, and you do see the lights are on for most of them, and including Montgomery Ward. So between everything, someone in Montgomery has entered.
Oh, so there's someone there now.
So now there is someone in there.
Oh, okay. Is it unlocked?
The gate is still locked. You're imagining whoever came through the back.
They came from the outside entrance, not the mall entrance.
Right.
Right. Actually, let James open it up for us.
All right.
And we'll go in and see.
He'll open enough just for you guys to go in, and then he'll put it back down.
Oh, well, how do we get out then?
I'm gonna not lock it.
Oh, he's not locking it. Okay.
He's just closing it.
Okay. No, that's fine.
All right.
We will accept that.
So you do hear people in the back or making noise. You're thinking that they're taking things out of the back storeroom and taking them out.
Some more stock work.
Mm-hmm.
So where are we right now?
Eric and Don are at the Montgomery Ward.
We split the party.
Yeah, we split the party.
That's always a good idea in Cthulhu.
You kind of have to.
Yeah. So you can the two of you can make your way back to the back of the store. There is somebody that looks like he's in a managerial position. He has a clipboard in his hand, and he is making sure people take things and bring them to whichever section.
Gotcha.
He does see you enter with the security guard, and he says, and he kind of speaks more to James and says, "How can I help you?"
Hi there. Yes. And I show him my badge, and I go, "I'm with local police department. We're just, Paul Spindler asked us to take a look around, and with that unfortunate accident that happened, we're just trying to find a little more information out, and we just wanted to see if there was any if you had any security, you have security cameras inside here, because we saw something moving. It was dark, but we saw something moving, and we couldn't quite hear. They didn't have the audio on. We were hoping that we can get a little more information about maybe what happened out there, because it seemed to be all the cameras lead it right up to Montgomery Ward. So we're just hoping that you could, someone could maybe give us some more information about what happened.
Well, we do have some security cameras installed, but they were installed after the accident, so.
Of course they were.
So we can't really help you with that, and now we have cameras that are inside the store, kind of like pointing towards the entrance exit sort of thing that leads back to the mall. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get our camera set up until after that. And not that it like matters really, because like at our security tapes are like erased over once it reaches the end of the tape, and then it rewinds and records over.
Okay. So would last night's tape still be available? I mean, would last night's recording still be available?
Potentially.
Can we go take a look? Can we just see what happened last night?
Sure.
Kind of just zip through it.
He'll bring you back to the security area, and it's like kind of similar quality to the other security tape that you've seen, i.e. recorded off a potato. So it's very grainy. You can see the entrance clearly. The end of the hall, it's kind of dark.
Okay.
So you can make a spot hidden check if you would like.
Let's see if this actually works. Hey, there we go.
Good luck.
Success.
You got a success though. So you kind of see like almost like a fogging up slightly, and then it disappears. Right in the front entrance there.
And I go, do you know what that is? Is there a problem with the cameras? Because we were seeing that same. We were seeing that same thing. On the mall cameras the night of the incident. Do you know what that is?
No, we just assumed that it was some sort of moisture in the lens of the camera.
Well, I do see it's cold back here. Do you know where all this cold air is coming from?
Not really, no.
Is it colder back here now that we're actually in Montgomery Ward?
It feels almost like room temperature to you, so it's not as cold as like the out in the hallway.
It's not as cold as it is coming into the entrance there.
Right.
Right where the sinkhole is.
Right.
Yeah, I asked him, have you noticed the cold air? Actually, I asked him, what does he do here? Is he a stock? Is he a manager?
He's a manager of the stock area.
Have you noticed the cold air around the entrance?
A couple times, yeah. That eventually goes away, so I don't think much about it.
Eventually goes away. Well, it's there now. That's odd. Okay. Eric, you have anything?
Trying to think of what I might know about cameras. And would an electrical repair work?
Sure.
Get an idea. Oh yeah.
From what you can see, that there's nothing mechanically wrong. There's no moisture in it, like the manager was saying. So, whatever fog, mist, whatever, it was definitely outside of the camera, not inside it.
Okay. Hmm. Oh, you know what? Come here a second. Come here. Come here. Sit down. Does everyone see you? And you're on the internet now because
Hi,
we're broad.
Willow.
Everybody watching you. You don't believe me? And Trish, are we broadcasting this right now on Facebook?
Yeah.
I told you.
Facebook,
Yes.
Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. My kiddo, who is not much older, would run away if I tried to do
Where's
that.
Willow?
Willow's getting the soft pretzels out.
She was right there.
Where's Willow?
Oh, she's gone. She ran back upstairs already.
Where is she?
She ditched me. She doesn't love me. Yeah, she's gone. All right. I thank the guy from Montgomery Ward. I thank him, and you know, I asked him if we could just take a little stroll around, and then we'll just see ourselves out through the mall entrance then.
All right. You'll take your stroll. You don't see anything too unusual. Obviously, they're still stocking up some items, fixing things, and once you exit, James will lock the gate.
Okay.
So, Ivy and Jessica at the Historical Society. This particular building's not far. It's maybe a block or two down from the mall. You can walk it easily if you would like to. It is in a 2-story historic home, like very Victorian looking. You see when you enter, it is literally like a mess of books and papers all over tables, and there's a bunch of bookshelves. There is someone in the back dusting some bookshelves. You notice that on the walls there are some frames that are kind of like.
I'll try to get his or her attention.
Okay. She is. Once you get her attention, she is excited that you came in to visit, and she says, "How can I help you?" And she's kind of like has this high-pitched, sort of squeaky sort of voice. My name is Lauren, and how can I help you?
Probably our first customers, and who knows
forever.
Hi, Lauren. We were just at the. I'm Jessica, and you may have seen my stories in the newspaper. As you can, from the camera.
It would do you more if you did some more historical
was
stuff.
A building that had been demolished to.
Yes, there were some things that were demolished.
That's why I'm here. So we heard that there were some of the houses that were demolished. There was one that had an old German book in it.
I know.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have not read it because I do not read German, so I just put it on the shelf with all the other things. I'll get it for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's just make sure which handout I'm giving you is right. Okay. Okay, so it should be in your journal if I assigned it right to you, Trisha. And that is in the front of the book. The rest of it is in German. Unless you take more of a care to go through it carefully.
Okay, reading it in English.
So yeah, this note is in the front of the book.
I was gonna have to use my German.
The rest of the book is in German, actually.
Anyway,
it's this.
I do have a German skill too.
Oh,
so
but
you guys,
this letter is not.
Yeah, the letter's not just in English. If you want to read the book, you can make a regular German check.
Okay, I can do that.
Ooh, look at that.
Hard success.
Oh, hey, I have a German skill.
And you guys can take roll.
Let's see if I wanted.
So you take an hour studying.
I feel like every time I do it, oh no, failure.
So,
never mind. Ivy can read it.
Yeah. So you spend about an hour studying it. And I don't know how to pronounce this German word.
I probably actually do.
I'm gonna put it in chat, and you can attempt it if you would like to.
Unausprechlichen Kulten.
Which translate to English to be nameless cults.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So as you're going through it, one chapter kind of catches your eye, and it's called Cults of the Pleistocene Peoples. And the margins are full of scribbled notes. This book describes the author, Friedrich Wilhelm von Junz, and his connections to various cults around the world, including secret rites of ancient peoples. According to the text, some American peoples during the time of the Ice Age are called on the name of the Arctic spirit called, and I know this is a Cthulhu word, but I can't really pronounce it. So Thaqua, and I'm gonna put that in chat. You can make an occult check if you so desire, and then a sanity check.
Oh, and so it starts.
Yes.
Occult check.
Ooh, good for you.
Hard success. That was not easy either.
That's a lot of occult.
And what?
And then the sanity.
You know some crazy stuff already.
Is not at all shocking.
So,
and then a sanity check. Hang on.
Sanity's up top.
That's what I thought. Oh, wait. Ah, there it is. Oh, it didn't like that.
Just do that.
Oh, because...
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
You just click on the whole big box, not the little box with a number in it.
I did. Got it. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no. What's my current sanity? Is it at 70 because nothing's happened yet?
Let me look at your character sheet.
My character sheet said /70. So
oh, I see. Mine says 70, so...
Okay, so it should have been a 70. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's a success.
Yes. So you're kind of freaked out, Ivy, a little bit, but
yeah, I'm just getting an error when I try to do this.
You have to put in a number in the first part, because the first part is your current sanity.
Roll d6. Oh,
am
I not rolling? Oh, there
right
it is.
now.
I was rolled up. So, Trisha, you take 4 points of sanity loss.
Makes sense why that would fail then, huh?
Did I do a thing on your character sheets that made it dumb?
So do I roll the sanity with
just did
the
that.
-4 in
Say that again?
there, or...
Maybe it's what, like, have it 0/ whatever or something. I don't know. It's new to me, so I don't know what.
Yeah, I think so. I put a 35 in there now, but oh, there we go. I failed anyway.
You've had people playing this game before, right?
So,
what was that?
I said you've had people play this game before, so I'm wondering if the characters.
This is the first time I've done it through Roll20, any sort of Cthulhu, so it might be me being not familiar.
Yeah, because that's weird. Because when I go into edit mode, I have 35 on the left and 25 on the right.
That's weird. Let me check your sanity on the actual character sheet. Please officer, no, I have to go out. Journalist.
But we're not there to lose sanity. We shouldn't.
No.
No. I was.
So, Eric, your sanity should be 35.
Okay. What's the number on the right supposed to be?
I'm assuming the right.
I read this as you have 25 left out of a total of 75.
Right. What he said.
So then, okay. So then, what's mine?
I have to go back 1 second.
Oh, it said it has 25 is like grayed out. Is that the might be the temporary? I don't know.
I think 25 somehow is a default number.
Yeah.
In these boxes.
Yeah, and you can't edit it for some reason.
Katie, your sanity should be 70.
Okay. All right. That's what it was.
Okay.
I think I fixed my character sheet to make sense now. I have 35 on the right, so I have 35 of 35. I have 10 points out of 10, and 7 magic points out of 7, even though I don't have any spells. I don't think I even have enough occult or...
Right. All right, so back on track with the occult. I think Katie got the occult roll, right?
I did, and I had a hard success, which is shocking.
Okay, so
yeah, you rolled an 820.
So you recognize the Ithaca is an ancient spiritual entity associated with the Arctic, often depicted in shamanistic language as half man, half beast. And the text next to it includes a chant, which is able to contact one of this entity's worshippers. In shamanistic language. And okay. And I think I was supposed to give you another handout. Give me 1 second. And oh, yep. I was supposed to give you this. So I am going to put it in your journal. Let me know if you see it.
Yeah, and I found something interesting in the book that maybe you guys want to hear. Everybody ready for this?
Yes, I am ready for it.
It says, Dear Herr Mannheim, Papa is so worried about strange things these days. He's always saying that he feels something deep under and that he talks to it. I don't like the sound of that. It seems that this book has gotten into his head. I've never read it, and for what I've heard, I plan to. Please take good care of it at your house. I understand that it is centuries old. Thank you, Hannah Ulbricht.
Okay.
So there we go with the deep underground.
Yay.
Maybe explain the sinkhole thing, right?
Mhm. If you also like to look around in this, any of the other books, you can also.
Sure.
Sure, couldn't hurt. I'd like to see if there's anything more about this Arctic spirit or whatever it is.
Alright. You can.
Well, make good background for my story.
Right. You can make it a library use roll.
And I'm gonna take some photograph of the
same.
letter and the book.
Ooh, he just made it.
I was like, well, but hey, I got the other one, so.
The roller does not like you, does it,
Good
Trisha?
grief.
You don't find anything else, but Ivy does.
It does not.
And you find. And I'm gonna add this to her, so you can take a look at that. You find this newspaper clipping.
The journalist can't find squat, and the actress is all over it.
She's telling you how to do your job, basically.
Sounds about right.
I'm not a journalist, but I played
she's
one on
job
TV.
of it. So I mean, what am I gonna say?
All right. This particular newspaper, I think it has a date on it. Oh, it's okay. So the newspaper that you found, Katie, it's dated from March 19th, 1860.
That's a very old paper.
Mhm.
And does it have any connection to?
Make an
Whatever.
idea roll.
Oh, no.
It
I don't know
should,
if I have that.
let me look at your character sheet. Sometimes that helps. I think it's just your intelligence.
Intelligence.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, I failed. I had a 75 and I failed.
Welcome to the club.
I told you, I just played a journalist on TV. I don't know.
The dice have been loving you so far, and now.
So you don't know what it connects to specifically? Unless if you want to pass it off to Trisha, or if you would like to.
Yeah, of course.
Let me take a look at it. What is it? An idea roll?
Yeah, so
Jasmine?
it's just an intelligence, basically.
Okay. I feel like this is always like a delayed reaction. Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
you got it
Whew.
twice. But you
All right, I
succeeded
swear I
both
am
times.
not rolling it twice every time. I don't know
So
why
you,
it's doing
I'm gonna go with your first roll, which is the hard success. You make two conclusions.
Hard success the
Yay.
first time.
So you notice that two things. The date says March 19th, 1860. It is March 9th, 1988. 19th rather. March
That's the
19th.
same date, just many years different.
Yeah. Secondly, this this in the article it
date.
says that same date, 100 and whatever years apart. The man in this newspaper clipping says that there is he believes that his house is haunted or has some sort of ETs underneath his house. And in your head, with your kind of like slight knowledge of the town, because you're a journalist, you can kind of like triangulate that this house was in the area of the mall.
Okay.
I wonder if it was right near that sinkhole. Now, is the paper hang on.
Mm-hmm.
This paper the Queen City Review?
It's a Queen City Review.
This is the paper I work for. I could probably it'll probably be in their archives too.
Probably like scanned in somewhere, on the old paper machines.
Right. On Laserfiche or
Right?
microfilm.
Microfilm, microfiche.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so that is what you know about this newspaper.
All right, so we head back.
Very interesting.
All right.
Yeah. What are we going to do about this book?
Oh, can we take it? Like, can we think we need to?
Does she let us walk out with it?
Are you
I mean, I'll gladly walk out with it, but I don't know if this lady's going to.
she is dusting right now, so you're pretty sure that if you wanted to hide it from and stash it, she probably won't notice.
Okay, I'd do that.
Okay. It's a historical society now.
All right, so imagining that you guys want to bump it back into the mall with the other two of your party.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Did we agree where to meet up?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. Unless you guys want to retroactively say where you were.
Well, there's not that many people in the mall right now. It shouldn't be that hard.
I mean, I'm sure that we would probably like to meet up at the Orange Julius.
Security.
Is that next
Their
to
drinks are so weird.
This is pre-Cinnabon, right?
Ugh, Cinnabon.
Wait, where's this mall? It's in Ohio?
Yep.
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
No, I think Cinnabon was existing in '88. It's so hot. Cincinnati.
Yes, the first
Yeah.
Cinnabon opened in 1985 in
Ooh.
Washington at SeaTac Mall.
But I'm just wondering if it had come this far, because I don't remember seeing Cinnabons in the malls in New Jersey in '88.
Oh, the first franchise-operated store opened in '86 at King of Prussia Mall. In '91, the Cinnabon store in SeaTac Mall was open. Now they can be found everywhere.
Now I want Cinnabons.
Yeah, me too, except ours apparently closed.
Which one?
The one in the mall.
Womp womp.
I am not surprised. But anyway.
I know, me neither.
So the first one was at KOP in '86.
Yeah, and then I don't know.
I just don't remember them in Jersey until before then. I may have eaten at a Cinnabon in the early '90s at the KOP Mall.
I just want some genuine New York pizza from Sbarro's.
Anyway, so are you meeting up with security
Yeah.
or at the
We can
food
arrange that.
No, it wasn't from Sbarro's.
Well, it is
There's one in the,
1988, so there might be a Sbarro's at the
Sbarro's
food
in
court, right next to the Orange Julius,
It probably would.
and a
If anybody eats that,
China Garden.
And you got to stack that pizza on top of each other so that you keep the lower layers moist. And use a fork and a knife.
Anyway,
Get control of your game,
a
Jazmin.
fork
Come on.
and a knife.
Well, when you stack that much Sbarro's pizza on top of itself, yeah.
all
I
right.
think
So
the only thing
Is it like a
this
pizza
Sbarro's had
lasagna?
as a claim to fame was the stuffed pizzas, which everyone else then copied.
Yeah.
now that you're back in the mall, what do you guys want to do? And meeting up with each other.
Yeah, to see if you can grab of yourself.
What-
So let's discuss
Uh,
what we've learned
I
is
would
that
say security, but well,
yeah, security's probably I mean, again, the place isn't open, so we're not going to get anything at the food court.
No. How about we come back tonight? Take a look around in the evening.
sadly, no.
Sadly, no. What?
I don't think that was us.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm like, why not?
I think Jazmin really wants us to come back at night.
I'm up for whatever you guys want to do.
I think we should come back at night.
Yeah, I'm
I think
thinking.
it's
I'm
different.
thinking we
The
do come back.
cold-
Well, obviously, is some long-standing thought that there's something deep under the earth that may or may not that would be cold, which seems to make a lot of sense with what's going on here. Weirdly,
Absolutely.
All right. Do you exchange information otherwise besides planning about the stakeout?
Well, you guys did some reading, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
yeah, I explained the
journalist-
letter that
journalist-
we found in the book, and we have the book. You guys
I
read
it. I just
German?
didn't understand it.
Oh, you know what? Excuse me a second. I'll be right back. You can use the bathroom.
I know. Well, then maybe somebody else could read it and understand it.
I know my own
Yeah,
language very
but-
well, but that's about it.
I understood the German. I just didn't get the meaning. But it's okay because
It's magic of immediately
Jessica figured it
understanding
out.
everything, right?
yes, Jessica figured it out. Work together. Go teamwork.
Anyway. Katie, did you
Teamwork makes the
did
dream
you see
work.
the other page that
Oh
I
yes.
put in? Okay.
Oh wait, no, I didn't. Now I do.
Okay.
Oh, news.
It should be
That just
two
to me?
things. Just here.
Yeah, I see the symbols and then the newspaper clipping.
Okay.
Did I read it to everybody?
If you would
Or is
like
that
to.
the same?
Yeah, we'll recap for Don if he really needs to know.
Okay. Yesterday morning, a man from Brighton Township was inducted. There's like a. There we go. Inducted to the Cincinnati Municipal Sanitarium after police found his claims of extraterrestrial presence unreliable. The man in question, one Herr Hans Ulbricht, contacted the police last Sunday with claims that he had contacted otherworldly creatures that lived below his house. Examining the root cellar, the police made no conclusive discoveries. One officer remarked on the unseasonably cold temperatures beneath the house, but others have noted that root cellars are built with that intention in mind. If any person believes that they have made contact with outlandish creatures, make sure to contact the Queen City Review first at 3210 Walnut Street, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yay.
Yeah, and this is from his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hannah Ulbricht. She was giving the book to a guy named Mannheim to take good care of the book, his house. And she thought the book had gotten to his head, which sounds like it did.
It does sound like that.
I'm gonna ask for whoever wants to do it, do another intelligence check. Now that you're all together as a group.
Sure.
Success that time.
I just switch over to that and scroll down. Ooh, extreme success. Go you.
Boy.
Oh, extreme success. Woo!
That
Oh,
sounds
whoa,
And
Jesus.
it didn't roll twice
You have
this
no
time.
clue. You're like
good. What
zoned
did you-
out
oh,
or
you rolled
something.
100.
That was a. If it were possible to have a critical failure in intelligence, that would have been a critical failure.
He's too focused on the Orange Julius versus Cinnabon
And
controversy.
various Sbarro pizza creations, right? So
We'll
Jessica,
have a stuffed pizza tomorrow.
Were you guys talking about me? I heard something about critical intelligence failure.
yeah, Eric got 100 on his intelligence failure.
Oh wow! Isn't that like an automatic? Like you just get a little stupider on a 100 intelligence roll.
Something like that. But anyway, Jessica, since like you're rehashing everything again, you're realizing that the name on the letter, Hannah Ulbrecht, is the same name mentioned in the newspaper clipping.
Newspaper clipping. Obviously, I missed something.
Yeah, we were talking about it later, earlier while you were.
Gotcha.
Gone.
Bathroom.
Yes.
But
We found a newspaper clipping, and underneath this guy Ulbert's house, it was unreasonably cold, and he's very clearly crazy because he thinks that there was extraterrestrial presence under his house.
Oh, nice. But that's interesting that he would say it's cold.
Well, I'm wondering if that has something to do with the same cold that we're finding now.
Yes.
It's unexplained.
and the book and the man in the newspaper clipping seem to have the same last name, or
Yes.
something like it.
All right.
Ivy, as you're kind of like hearing like Jessica's
the
like
letter
thunderbolt
from the
of
book
like
said-
idea, you're kind of looking at the book again, like kind of flipping through a little bit, and you realize that there is an address inside the book as well. And it seems like it's nearby.
What's the address?
It seems like it's nearby to you.
Of course it is.
Everything's nearby to you in a Cthulhu game, right?
But not
It's not
in
it's
the
not
mall.
in the mall.
Not like where the mall is.
But you remember that the foreman said that that he found this book in a house that was on the mall property.
Right, and that's when he turned it over to the
Historical Society.
Historical Society, right.
But hey, let's go check this place out.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me scroll back up to it. So you notice it where like the address is really close by. In fact, that if you walk out of the side of the mall, you can see that it's in between two construction sites, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. Approaching it, you notice that there is like a little plaque out front of it saying "Saved by the Historical Society."
Well, thank God for the Historical Society.
It
I
is
take some pictures.
It is a two-story
I
house.
will write a story on the Historical Society.
Right. So it is a two-story home with a peaked roof and an attic. If you would like to know what kind of house style this is, you can make a history roll.
History roll. Huh. I don't think that's going to be much my area. But, you know, you never can tell.
I'll try.
Okie doke.
Oh, wow! I actually rolled really good and I
I
still
didn't.
missed it.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Ooh, Jessica on nose.
I succeeded.
Okay. You realize it is house representative of the 19th century. It's very Victorian sort of style. Think like, you know, Kiss Me Kate with the painted lady, you know, or not Kiss Me Kate. Meet Me in St. Louis with that sort of house. Falling, you know, peaked house roofs and everything like that. Do you approach the door?
I mean, sure.
Yes.
All right.
I thought I'd just look at it from the street for an hour.
Entering through the front door, you see that the house is in serious disrepair. The door was even like not locked because the lock is busted. You can explore. And let me get the map up for you. So you're not at the mall still. It'll take a minute to transfer over to the other map. Come on.
Good so far.
Okay. Okay. So you enter right there. Right where it says entry.
Entry. Gotcha. Duh.
And you see several doorways.
I take it the stairs are going upstairs.
Yep.
As opposed to a basement. Okay.
Right. You notice as you walk in that the floors are creaking as you walk.
Is there? I look around. Is there any basement or any entrance to go downstairs?
The only thing that you can see as an entrance to downstairs is the cellar that's outside in the back.
Cellar outside and back. Does that cellar go under the house or is it just?
It goes
like
underneath the house.
It does go underneath the house. While they're looking around here, I'll go take a look at the cellar.
Okay. Where the rest of you would like to go?
Well, the cellar would be probably the most direct thing, right?
I mean, there's two things that we're looking for.
Yeah.
One is, you know, maybe something to do with this cold air coming from underground, but also if there's any kind of information or documentation about things, wouldn't that be other places in the house?
Could be. I'm not really a documentation kind of guy. I'm more of a
doer.
Yeah, I like looking around.
Okay.
So you guys could look for documentation. If anybody else wants to go down with me, that's fine. But I'm just gonna go down and just check out the basement quick.
Okay. So you go to Michael goes to the cellar. You see that it's made out of wood, and there's a padlock that's holding shut.
Does it look like it's been recently used, or does it look rusty and disused?
The padlock looks almost new.
Looks almost new. Interesting.
So if you don't have like the key, you would have to find other means to opening it.
The hinges. Oh, all right. And this house. This is an abandoned house, right?
Yes, and it was just saved by the Historical Society by the plaque out front. So in theory, they were planning on renovating it.
Hmm. Hmm. How solid is the door? Does it look like it?
It looks pretty solid for something that looks old.
All right. It's a new lock. I'm not going to be able to. I can't pick it. Not that I should. I am a police officer. But and how far away is this historical society from here? And what time is
Let's say it's about mid-afternoon, so 1 o'clock or so.
it? Okay.
And the Historical Society is like a couple blocks past the mall the other way.
Okay. So probably a couple minute ride if I want to drive over.
Right.
All right.
I mean, I would assume if you're
Or
going
you
to
can
leave, you're going to
walk.
tell us where you're going and why.
I didn't go anywhere yet. I'm just talking.
But I'm just saying, maybe if you mention that there's a lock to pick, I might be able to pick the lock.
Oh. See, but I'm a police officer. I'm supposed to be like law and order type. I shouldn't be breaking into places. I should be asking permission to go in. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I go inside. I let everybody know, hey, look, this looks like there's a lock on the cellar door. I'm gonna take a drive down to the Historical Society and see if I can get someone to come over here to unlock it so we can go down there and take a look.
Okay.
So while they search for documents and stuff, I'll drive over there and see if I can find someone to open it up for us.
All right. What are the rest of you guys doing besides?
Well, while
While
he's
he's doing
doing that, I'm gonna make a, just I'm gonna search around the house and see if there's anything of interest.
Yeah. Same.
Okay. Which room do you want to go into first?
I want to start with the kitchen, I guess.
Okay.
Is that a spot hidden or?
Yeah, spot hidden.
Oh, I failed.
So what you see is that this is very old kitchen.
I'm gonna go upstairs. So like the farthest bedroom and then work my way back.
I double clicked.
See, I did that the one time I had like 4 times. Hey, but
So,
your first one was
My
the good
first
one,
roll was
so.
an extreme success.
The good thing that Jazmin always takes the first roll.
So you see like this kitchen is very old, so like the old pot-belly sort of stove, things of that nature. Some broken down tables, chairs. So Trisha, you were going upstairs to the far bedroom? Okay. So
And I have a hard.
That's a hard success.
Mm.
Okay. So let me just close some of these windows up for me. Okay. So the second bedroom is there's like a it looks like there's like an old poster bed here for a poster bed. There's a lamp, like an old lamp and a nightstand, and on the nightstand is a leather bound book.
Oh.
Let me see which handout that is. Okay, I'm gonna share a note to you. Okay, so you should be able to see it. Oops. The rest of the room is kind of like a normal room, with dust bunnies and all that sort of thing around.
Very interesting.
What did you find?
I will bring it to you guys, and I found a journal. It's dated that this journal entry is dated June 25th, 1840. And it says, "The doctors tell me that my time has come to an end. I have just to purge the house of most of father's things, but I fear that some might still survive. I have burned all of his writings that I could find and have hidden the key to the cellar. Now that these remnants of my father are gone, I find that I can rest in peace. Maybe the taint of his madness will finally leave this house." Looks like it could have been written by the same person who wrote the other letter in the other book, maybe. But I'm guessing. So, very interesting. So she might have been the one who hid, but she said she hid the key. So maybe we should, if we can find the key somewhere.
Maybe.
All right.
I go looking for any, like cubby holes or, a floorboard open or a hidden drawer in a desk or something.
All right. You don't see anything else in this room. You can definitely search next bedroom or what have you.
We'll do that.
Okay. So if you go into the first bedroom, it features two large
Critical success.
bookshelves. Many of the books
Woo.
focus. Most of these books focus on topics such as spiritualism and mysticism. It looks like any ordinary book that you would find from the spiritualism movement from 19th century.
Mhm.
Conan Doyle.
Right.
So there's nothing written by Ulbricht that you can find. And you don't find any key in this room either.
Oh
Would
well.
have been nice though with that critical success.
Darn it. Oh well. Down the stairs I go.
Okay. All right. Eric, where are you going?
Trying to think of what we have left here. Wonderful spaces. Trish, you hit both bedrooms?
So, she hit both bedrooms, and Katie went into the kitchen, and Dawn went towards the cellar and then left.
So no one's been to the living room?
No.
No.
I mean, I did tell
Or the
everybody
diner.
where I was going.
Right.
Everybody knows where I am.
Because I guilted
Right.
you into it. So yeah, I guess I'll check out the
Alright,
living
so-
room.
Okay, so the living room has a large couch that is like moldy and moth-eaten. There's a brick fireplace, and on the mantelpiece features old portrait photographs in frames. One of them is a picture of a young woman, and it says Hannah 1860 on the back. And you can make a search check in this room if you would like.
Do I have search, or is that spot hidden?
A spot hidden. Going between two different game systems, I get terms mixed up.
That's okay.
I did give you a photograph.
In my journal.
Yep.
My
So
dream
you don't.
journal.
Yep. You don't see anything out of the ordinary in this room, besides a photograph.
All right.
Unless you want to. Do you want to go into the next room, or do you want the three of you want to commune in the same area?
Yeah. We just have this picture here, and then no one's hit the dining room yet.
No.
So I'll head into the dining room, and then I guess call everyone down. I'll carry the picture with me because for some reason I haven't decided to put it down.
All right. You find in the dining room a long wooden table that stretches out towards a stained glass window depicting a bowl of fruit. And there's not much else in this room. No chairs, just a table.
And a picture of a bowl of fruit.
Uh-huh.
And a picture of a bowl of fruit. So, is anyone else coming down? I guess.
Yeah, I'll head over to the dining room when I'm done with the kitchen.
Kind of like poke around the corners and look under the table and stuff like that. Do you want another spot hidden roll?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do one too.
Oh,
Oh, I got an extreme success.
both did.
Okay. As like for some reason you two decided to duck your heads underneath like the table. And you kind of see out of like the corner of your eye, you don't even know how you saw this from where you're standing in the dining room, but you see in like, you know, through the door into the living room, a glint of like something shiny from the fireplace in the living room.
Oh.
Mm.
I guess we should head back into the living room. Take a look at this shiny thing.
Beware the shiny things.
Yeah, what's
You
the shiny thing? Maybe it's the key.
You push past like, you know, the old logs of wood and some of the ash, and it looks like to be a small key. I'm gonna take a break for you guys and go with Dawn for a minute. Dawn, you do find yourself at the Historical Society. There is a little old lady dusting.
Hi there. I introduced myself. Hi, I'm Michael. Doing a little digging. We're doing a little investigating with the mall and everything, and we came across this interesting information that brought us to this house over. And I describe where this house is, and we're looking around, and I see that there's a basement. There's a cellar there, but it's all locked up. And I was just wondering if you know, I was really interested in taking a look down there. If you have a key that I could take a look. If someone could come over and unlock it for me.
I think I have a master key here if you would like to borrow it, but you have to bring it back.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
And she'll hand you a master key.
Super. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I drive back.
Okay. And you drive back, and as come in and you see them all convening in the living room around the fireplace.
Said, got the key. Anybody want to go down and take? Did you find anything interesting?
You could say that.
This picture and a key.
You have a key also.
Yeah, we just found
And
it.
also,
Does it match the
and
key?
also a journal entry. This
Yes,
journal
that's-
entry.
I don't know. Does it match my key?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I never had to go for the drive.
All right. So I imagine you're both going back to the cellar doors.
I imagine.
Okay.
Absolutely. Go for the go to the cellar.
You use either key and you open up the doors.
Is there electricity? Was there electricity in this house?
No, it was like all oil lamps.
Do I have a flashlight in the car or
Sure.
anything? Got a flashlight.
You go down the set of creaking stairs.
Okay.
You see a cluttered mess, and it feels very moist down here, and you can smell mold. There's a dozen or so shelves that are lined with books and strange paraphernalia, including crystal balls, bundle of dried herbs, and crystals of various shapes and sizes. There's an old writing desk leaning against the back wall. The desk is locked. There's a bundle of disorganized papers, all around the place.
Look through the look at the papers. Anything interesting?
Not particularly. It's all like, very generic, spiritual, spooky stuff.
Okay. Spiritual spooky stuff. In a locked
Spiritual
basement.
spooky stuff.
I don't like spiritual spooky stuff. How about the locked desk door or drawer? Does that use the same key?
You can use the same key you have. Yours seems to be like a little bit more of a skeleton key-esque sort of thing. So you can use that.
I use it.
All right. As soon as you take down the desk part of it, and a whole bunch of papers fall out. The first one that you see on top has a lot of writing all over the place, and I'll see. And I'm gonna share it to your journal. You should see it.
Where's the journal at? All right. Journal. Never mind. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta enlarge that. I'll read this out. I am so. This is in almost illegible handwriting. I am so close, but yet so far. I can feel the creeping
Before me.
below me. Time is
literally.
of the essence. The chant is almost complete. Van Huntz never knew that his magics were reversible. Here is what I have so far. And then a bunch of unintelligible words. Finglui Manglapor. Yeah, anyway. And then that goes on for about 6 lines with a bunch of question marks at the end of it. Like he's missing a part of it. And then a little star after the chant. If it behaves as the other spells do, then it must be read slowly 3 times. Each repetition should take 40 or 50 seconds. Question mark. A few more of Von Huntz's runes should complete the chant, but which ones? Could the creatures themselves know? Creatures. What creatures? Did you see any reference to creatures in anything you guys were looking at? What does they mean by creatures?
Only in the newspaper thing.
And what was in the newspaper thing?
Remember they talked about the spirits, Arctic.
Also in the German book too.
Do we see?
We found that earlier.
I show them the
Yeah, and in the German book.
Can you see the ritual note?
Which we have with us. You can look at it if you want.
I don't see it in my handouts.
Oh, I can share it to everybody.
Yeah.
Those things. 1 second.
So I'm wondering if there's any of that weird looking gibberish in the other books. Maybe that'll fit the.
I'm gonna just share everything that you found to everybody. Okay, so everybody should be able to see it. If not, I can just manually put everything in everybody's things.
Yeah, I don't see
Okay,
it. In my
give me 1
handout.
second. Okay.
There we go. German letter. I'm so worried about changing. Nothing there.
I mean, there's a bunch of them, so just give me 1 second.
You don't happen to see any of these symbols around the. So the thing of mysterious symbols.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see anything like that around this house, do we?
You did not see any of those sort of symbols around here.
Or in the basement. You know what I mean?
Let me just check. Give me 1 second for the basement cellar.
You know, what would be interesting is, do any of these words that are on there correspond to the ritual note? So
you're not. You do not see anything down here.
All right.
But also, since you read the note, Don, make a sanity check.
Make a sanity check. All right, hold on. Now I click sanity and it doesn't seem to want to do anything. So I'll just roll a D100.
Okay.
You might have to fill current sanity is.
Well, it doesn't.
Like,
what is my current?
If you have like a blank the first one, it won't.
Here you go.
Well, mine isn't blank. It's there it is. There we go.
Did I do a thing?
Nope, I got it.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay.
I'm out of edit mode. All right, so let me. There we go. Chat. Did it fail? Oh, I failed! Yes! 75 and I failed. Oh, glorious days.
Okay, so you take that much sanity loss.
All right. 73. All right, so I have 73. All right. Let's see. I was looking at the mysterious symbols, and then we were looking at the ritual note, and I'm trying to see if there's any OT ball ek I. Oh, there's I. Qua.
It's a qua.
Bleat. Gore.
But we've seen nothing with these symbols, right? Other than this thing of symbols.
Not that you have seen outside of this.
Yeah.
No, that's
and
new.
none of the. Yeah. I searched the basement in general. Is there anything else around here, like any, or the cellar? Is there any like hidden? I don't know, anything hidden down here.
No.
Behind like loose bricks or dirt, or try pushing on the walls a little bit, or stamping and just seeing if there's anything like.
Let me just refer back to the cellar for a second.
No problem.
You don't see anything. There is some like loose stuff in this room, but none of it turns up anything else hidden.
Okay. And you guys searched upstairs?
Yeah, I found this picture.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if this journal entry is from this.
And I found this journal entry.
Journal entry is from Hannah.
That was from one of the bedrooms.
Picture.
Okay.
It's newspaper clipping from
1860.
1860.
Same date as today, just in 18. Actually says it on.
No, I don't see anything. That's the thing, is like I'm looking at this newspaper clipping and I don't see any information. Maybe I'm missing.
I just think that the art didn't add the date, but it's in the text.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we
Was
knew
this
it was the same date. I
Right.
think we knew that before we got here.
It's now the same date as today.
Yeah.
And we didn't run into any creatures down there.
No, you did not.
No, we didn't.
All right, so then I think we're doing just fine. Everything's
All right.
going to work out perfectly well.
You keep on believing it.
The newspaper clipping, like I said, this photo of this young woman is also based in 1860.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And she was dying around 1940. So she was
Right.
like, I don't know how old she is
Let's
in
say
this
that
picture.
she was 20-ish in the
90?
photograph.
95. I don't know.
Yeah.
another 80 years, almost 100.
So like 100?
So yeah, that can happen.
Wow.
I'm believing it. Okay,
Go,
so if we
Hannah.
were to believe that Hannah is the daughter of heir
Bricht, I think.
yes,
Ulbricht.
heir Hans Ulbricht.
It's Ulbricht, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Ulbricht. Yep, so we're good. Okay,
Ulbricht.
ready.
All right. So where would you guys like to go?
So are we ready to go to the cellar?
Well, we were in a cellar.
You were.
That's where we found
that's where we found that those mysterious
Symbols.
symbols and the ritual note.
We've been everywhere in the house.
Question: wasn't there a book that we found?
Yes.
Were we able? Trish, did you get that book?
Yes.
Yeah,
We do have it.
We took it.
Do we? I take it
We
that's
have
not,
it.
I take it that's not a handout item.
That's not a
though?
handout.
Is there
They
any
didn't
of the
write an
symbols-
entire book in German for us.
in that book? Is there any of those symbols in there, or any of these words?
When Ivy looked through it, she mentioned that there was an Arctic creature called Ithaquah.
Ithaquah. But none of these symbols are in there.
I think it's in our chat, right?
Symbols
Yeah.
are.
Let me just check 1 second.
Okay.
It says that Oh, in the book it says the text also includes a chant which is able to contact one of Ikakwa's worshippers.
Okay.
So, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can search up something.
No, I mean it's not part of the module. That's fine. I just was wondering if it was a clue into these symbols.
So I just have to look up this thing. Let's see. I'm gonna let you do an idea check.
Idea. Okay, hold on. All right, where are you? I just got to find it on this sheet.
Oh, it's the same one as intelligence.
Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, never mind. That was my old one. 49. Yes, made it.
Okay. You think that this chant that's in the book is very similar to the one that's on your paper, but it's also incomplete without the last word.
The one that's in the book is also incomplete?
Yes. It looks like it got scratched out or was scribbled over.
Huh. Okay. And what language is it? Is there any?
The journal says that she was trying to get rid of all of her father's writings.
Yeah, but she also said about taking care of it. I thought like the book was old. Where was that? That was in the German letter, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seems this book has gotten his head. I've never read it, and from what I've heard, I don't plan to.
Yeah, she
Please
gave
take
the
good
book
care of
to
it.
some other guy. Yeah, she gave the book to some other guy.
And if she never read it, then I don't know how she would actually go in and scratch it out either. All right.
Maybe the guy she gave it to is the one who scribbled out stuff.
Maybe. That's the guy who where is it? Herr Hans Ulbricht.
Yes.
That's the guy who had this, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The one that keeps coming up.
Yeah. And he was, let's see, for Brighton Township has been induced in the municipal sanitarium. I'm assuming we're near Cincinnati?
It was Mannheim.
Yeah.
It was Mannheim was the one that she gave it to.
And it was cold down there, right? In the
Yes.
cellar? Similar to what, like the Montgomery Ward?
Yep.
Yes.
Maybe we can visit this Hans Ulbricht at the Senate. How long ago was this? Like how long ago was, I forget where this newspaper clipping was. Like, was this recent or was this a long time ago?
The newspaper clipping was from a long time ago.
I'm sorry, what?
It was from a long time ago, like the 1800s.
Oh, 1800s. Okay, never mind. So he's definitely not in the sanitarium anymore. Or he might be, but
I feel pretty confident that he's dead. Since she died when she was 100 and gone.
All right, never mind.
I mean, Jazmin, does that sanitarium even exist anymore?
It does not.
All right.
So that we're out of luck there. I mean, the Historical Society might have some records from the sanitarium, maybe.
Possibly.
That little lady is gonna be like put a revolving door in the front door of the place.
Yeah. Well, I have to take the key back anyway, so maybe we can go back and we can ask her about this.
All right.
All right. So why don't we just head back over? I'll take the key.
Yeah, maybe they have some record from the sanitarium or something out for this other guy, the
I don't know.
Mannheim guy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You go back to the Historical Society. She is still there.
I return the key. I say thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate that you returned the key.
Oh, no problem. Hey, I was just very curious about some, there was the family that owned the house, and there was like there was a son and a daughter that were do you have any information about that family?
Not really. We have information that, like, of some newspaper clippings and things that they did around town, and of course the books that were donated to us. But there's no like in-depth like family history or anything of that sort.
Yeah, because we found something about a Hans Ulbricht. I don't know if that name sounds familiar to you.
Yes, I think we've had some newspapers here with that name.
Would you mind if we take a look at them, please?
She'll open up one, and a lot of them are about spiritualism. The one that you guys seen earlier, she's like, "Where is this? It was here this afternoon."
Uh-oh.
And she's on a quest to find it.
Okay. While she we probably took it. Okay, so naughty ladies, you stealing the nice ladies.
Well, we have it with us, so it's not like we can't put it.
Yeah, put it there. Make a really gaslighter.
The other articles are just generic,
Gotcha.
They're gonna have a spiritualism, revival like this Saturday, that sort of thing.
All right.
So I asked her though
really
about the letter, and this guy, Mannheim, who was listed here, who I'm assuming was a neighbor of the Ulbricht. Does she have any idea where that house was?
She would have to look it up, and that would take some time.
I don't know. I mean, what's our next plan? To stake out the mall late at night?
Something like that, yeah.
Or at night, maybe not late at night.
At night, yeah.
So I'm not in a rush, but it's up to her.
What would you guys like to do?
Thinking.
Is that gears turning?
Yeah, I'm just not sure what we've discovered to piece things together.
Yeah.
Apparently my computer whiz of a character isn't the smartest.
Do we want to give that newspaper clipping back to her so we stop her from going insane looking for this thing?
She can have the newspaper clipping back. There's nothing
Yeah.
nothing
Hey,
exciting in that.
I pull the pull the newspaper clipping out. I say, hey, I think I found it. I think it was in between another set of pages. Is this what you're looking for?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome. So slide it back in where it belongs. So.
All right.
You haven't heard of anything with any of this ask her if she's heard anything about any of this occult that Hans Ulrich was involved in. You don't have any more information here about any of that, do you?
I would have to look in our back stores if you don't mind waiting. I know we have a little bit of it.
That'd be great if you could take a look. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So, she goes back and she brings us some books and about all the seances and things like that were popular at the time of spiritualism, and things that Hans has dabbled in and what his experiences were. Basically a notes of sort of things he experienced.
But nothing with the strange symbols or
Right,
any of
nothing with the
those,
strange symbols.
or the chant or anything like that. Okay. So let's see. We have. Let's think about this. If you have cold air, and so let's think about this. Let's say the guy wasn't crazy, and that's a big if. Let's say the guy wasn't crazy, and there really are creatures, and there's cold air underneath that cellar. There's cold air underneath the mall, or there's cold air in the mall that seems to be coming from that sinkhole. Could there be something connecting the house? Like could there actually be?
Like a tunnel?
Oh, I wonder. Could there be caves in the area? I asked the lady. I said, "Do you know if there's any caves in this area? Like kind of along the lines of like Crystal Cave, like we have in our area here." I asked if there's any like caves or anything that tourist caves or anything.
Not that she knows of.
Okay. It's cold underneath there. It's cold. I'm just wondering if there's like a hidden entrance to like some cave or something that connects the house and the mall or something. Or if there, like let's say there's something underneath the house, or there's something underneath the mall. How are they getting out of there if that was all filled in with cement? They're not just moving through the floor. They're not ghosts.
That you know of, at least, right?
What if there's?
I don't know.
Yeah. What if there's some people living underneath there? I mean, caves are naturally cold all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They're like in the 50s or something like that.
They wouldn't be happy
that we filled in their
home was being disturbed, right?
Right.
I'm wondering.
But the problem is that there's nothing under the mall, right?
That we know of, right.
And I mean, what's next to the mall other than this old house, Jazmin? Are there any other buildings that might have
some residential areas,
basement?
but yeah, there's residential surrounding the mall, so. And in theory, if there's old houses like this, the Ulbricht's house or the historical society sort of style houses, there might be some cellars or things underneath the houses, but you're not quite sure.
I'd still like to know where this other house was. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree.
Well, wasn't the other house where the mall was? Isn't that what they bulldozed?
Yeah, they build those houses.
Sorry.
Okay, dokie.
Where?
So what would you like to do?
What time is it?
It's getting towards like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon.
What do you two want to do?
I know what I would like to do, but
Yep.
I feel like neon sign.
Holy cow! It's 6 o'clock. Right now.
It's almost
I know,
6
yeah,
o'clock.
it's almost 6 o'clock.
I'm wow. I gotta order food soon. We're doing Thai tonight.
Ooh.
Are we? I don't know. Is going back to the mall? Because we can't access the sinkhole though.
Well, that's the question. Is there a basement there? Do they have anything? I think we asked that question. I think they said no.
Yeah.
They said no, but it was filled up with cement and held up by cement pillars. So
Kind of.
kind of.
Let's go investigate it. Can we go investigate it?
Yeah. Okay. As you're going back to the mall, if that's what you're doing, you do feel like a slight rumbling, coming from the mall.
Rumbling.
From the mall.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Slight.
That is.
All right. Let me go back to the mall now. And you do see when you get there, by this time all the gala people are gone.
Okay.
But the employees who are setting up are still there. That you see several of them, the employees and whatnot, kind of like are standing out in the hallway of the mall and kind of like looking slightly surprised.
Okay.
What are they surprised about?
Rumbling?
Some rumbling,
Like a
rumbling, they're coming.
break or something.
So you, they
That
kind of
doesn't
feel like
sound good.
it kind of felt like it was just rumbling generically, so they can't really pinpoint. You do see the security guard, and he is flagging
The
you to come
James
in.
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the James.
Our buddy.
Okay.
Buddy. All right, so we go to the security guard and say, "What's going on? What's happening? What's happening?"
I'm not sure, but rumbling started happening.
Did it just start?
Yeah, it just started. Let's make sure nothing happened. Let's start with the Montgomery Ward place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you see where that right in front of the Montgomery Ward, the sinkhole opened up.
Ah.
And
nice.
Oh.
you do see, if you look in, you can see that there is at least some sort of tunneling underneath here. You're not quite sure. It looks like that it goes further underneath the mall.
Are we going to explore the tunnel?
I don't think we're equipped to explore tunnels. I mean, because this could collapse. I mean, it is a sinkhole, and it just collapsed now. I mean, do you think we really should be going down there?
So what do you propose?
I don't know. I mean, do we have flashlights? Do we have anything to
The security guard could supply you with flashlights.
Should we try? That sounds good. Does he have any rope?
He could probably find some.
Because I propose hanging a rope down into the tunnel so that we could climb out if necessary.
Okay.
But yeah, hell yeah, I want to go down in this tunnel. I want to know what's going on down
All
here.
right.
Okay.
I'm taking the camera with me.
All right.
All right, I'll go first.
I'll
I'll
hold the
head down
flashlight.
first.
Yep.
This is the best. This is the most exciting news we've had around here in a year.
I'm trying to get back to where I was.
Maybe nobody else cares about that. That's what
Okay. So you go down there. Let's do a climb check. Just make sure you don't slide off and fall down.
Everybody?
Whoever's shimmering down the rope,
And what are we doing? Which one are we doing?
climb.
Climb. Hold on.
I will. I mean, I think we
Climb
should go one
check.
at a time, but I will.
Open that thing.
Hopefully it'll show up
I
soon.
fail.
That's just great. I barely failed, but failed nonetheless.
Yeah, same.
Wow, I've
Failed
got
very much.
climb. I
But
can actually
unfortunately,
climb. Oh.
unfortunately, fall down.
And they all went tumbling down the hole as the moral.
Right. But you get some rug burns on your hands from the rope, and you fall in the last couple of feet off the rope. However, failed, you take that much damage from falling down. And into each other.
Nice.
Okay. So, I want to do this. Okay. So you should be on a new map. So you fell down to this cavern. This grayish area is the maw. And if you follow the blue arrow, that is the cavern. It looks like there is a tunnel
Woo.
that goes forward.
I dust myself off and get a hold of a flashlight.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can make a spot hidden check on this area.
That I can do.
Oh yeah, made it.
People are succeeding, yay. Right?
Okay,
so you
yeah.
see distinctive claw marks. Everybody sees this. Distinctive claw marks, except for
Oh my
except
god.
for the journalist.
I see nothing.
And you see footprints going towards this tunnel, this other tunnel. And as you're walking around here, you do see remains of the columns of concrete that collapsed.
Gee, that was great. That worked well. Assuming I see that because I see nothing, but
All right. So this one tunnel is like very narrow.
so what size?
By size feet ish, human sized.
I was gonna say, what do the footprints look like? Like, yeah, what size feet? Like shoes, like sneakers.
It looks like barefoot, maybe. human-esque looking, maybe. You're not quite sure.
So barefoot, human-like.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So the tunnel that's immediately in front of you is very narrow. It's like you would have to go one by one, and like the wall is here and the back of the tunnel's here, so very narrow.
I take some pictures of the footprints and stuff like that. This will be great. I might get on the front page of the story.
All right. And as you're going through this tunnel, everybody make a dex check.
Dex.
Because it's on an incline or decline, whichever.
Or what? What you said, dex or what?
Dex check, because you're going on a tilt.
Woo! I'm sliding down.
It's fun. You succeeded.
Made it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Woohoo.
So whoever.
So the problem did we make it down before the police officer fell on his butt, slid down, and knocked us over?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Whoever fell down.
I was probably first anyway. I was probably going first anyway.
Michael, you take that much damage if it pops up from falling on your butt.
How much?
One.
I see 1. Gotcha.
1 out of 1d2.
As you're going forward, the police officers, James says, my walkie-talkies, I don't get any signal anymore.
No cell reception down here. Sorry.
Great.
So,
what is this cell reception of which you speak?
What reception?
You get to here, and you notice that there's several, you assume cave-ins, because there's a whole bunch of rubble in front of what looks like to be another tunnel paths.
Okay. So we can't go down those paths without hours of clearing stones out of the way.
Right. And.
Well, but there's this other tunnel.
Yep, you go forward into that other tunnel, and it takes you about 45 minutes to traverse. And it opens up to a big, huge room, and there is a circle that you see, and it's surrounded by what you would logically in your mind would call zombies. And there's a whole bunch of them laying on the ground. The walls of the cavern are covered in large runic inscriptions, which glow faintly. And this entire chamber is freezing cold.
Did it look anything like what I found on that paper?
Symbols.
The symbols.
Yes, I'm gonna give you a handout, and everybody can make a sanity check.
Some of us can.
And also, you notice that these zombie sort of creatures are have the same sort of symbols.
Oh, come on! What is this crap?
What did you get?
Oh, I failed. I have like a 75 sanity, and I keep failing.
I failed.
Well, it's 73 now.
Let me check to see what if you saved you.
How many points do we lose?
Okay, if you saved, you lose one sanity loss, and if you failed, you take this much damage. 6 points of sanity loss.
Oh. Is that a temporary level up? Yeah, I figured.
I'm
5 or more at one time.
Yeah, crap. So we're temporarily insane.
I'm fine.
Well, this might be a good time for me to run and get my Thai food.
Since Ivy's the only one that
is the definite hero of this scenario.
Considering Ivy's not like completely insane at this moment, make an idea check.
Okay.
Who's that, everyone?
Intelligence. Right?
Intelligence.
Just
Oh,
Ivy.
extreme success.
Oh, extreme success is bad. You don't want a success. You want to fail
Okay.
your idea check.
You're looking at these creatures and the symbols on them and on the wall, and you're like, I know what goes at the end of this ritual chant.
Okay. Against my better judgment, I pull out.
We're
piece
just
of
over here
paper.
going.
You're not going to actually make me say this out loud, are you? Jasmine, do I have to actually say it out loud?
You don't have to say it. If you want to make a stab at it and say it, you can. But yeah, you can just say that your character says it.
Hey,
Finglui, Migepor, Gore, Epaglog, Zor, Migimf, Latikana, Ralu, Ot, Migep, Mop, Gore, Migep, Yar, Mig, Longer, I, Nigna, Bleat, Il, Bith, Naknor, Ning, Nwaning, Glui, Ot, Kanid, Ar, Rulu, and then the last part, whatever I found, I say that part.
Ithaqua.
Ikapla.
And make a con check. And the rest of you notice the ghoul, zombie things, whatever, start moving towards you.
oh boy.
Great.
Yes, I failed it, man. I'm telling you, these dice are not loving me today.
So you were freaked out, and you're like, I can't say this anymore, and you pass it off to whoever's near you.
The cop falls over, and the zombies are getting up.
All right. Well, who do you pass it to?
I haven't passed anybody. I passed out. I'm out. I'm unconscious. I am.
It will be like out of his hand on the floor.
I guess.
All right.
I'll
Well,
pick it up.
whoever's next to him. If I'm next.
What do
Yeah,
we,
you were the
what
one
was
with the brilliant idea of what had to go last. So
That would be you.
I had the brilliant. You heard me say it. No, actually,
Yeah,
you might not have heard me say it, but I might not have gotten to it. But I did figure it out. But I'll tell you when I wake up.
Okay, at this point, let's
I
say you
think
guys are in the
that's
middle
too
of the circle.
long.
The zombie things are starting to surround the circle in a
boy.
tight circle. You know that Mike did one chant, and you know from your book previously it said that it had to be done a total of 3 times to dismiss them.
Okay.
Go for it, Katie. Come on.
I'm gonna.
Or wait a minute. Who's the journalist personality?
That's true.
Good at speaking out loud.
I mean, I'll do. I'm a little cuckoo right now.
What's the check that we have to do after all that?
Constitution.
I might be good enough to do it. Just remind me the last one. All right, so I start repeating.
Okay.
From the thing.
And then you were prompted at the last minute, Ithaqua. And then just make a Constitution score. Constitution.
Right. Don't let me forget the last part. Okay, let's see how the dice are gonna roll. Come on.
How much you want to bet you'll get 5 of them?
I'm probably gonna have to leave in about 20 minutes, though.
Okay. We're at the end-ish. Hopefully,
I figured.
You succeed. You want to read again the next time?
Holy moly! I actually succeeded. That's amazing.
You do see in the corner of your eye. The other 2, you do see this directly. That one of these ghoul creatures is taking Mike and pulling him off the ritual circle.
Hey! Whoa! You guys better do something about that.
Pulling him off?
Out of your little area. They're pulling him towards them.
Okay.
You know what? If you just let him take me, it'll keep him busy while you guys read. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's what I would say.
I don't know. Somehow, inside of my temporary insanity, can I think to grab him?
I'll make an idea check, which is intelligence.
Yeah, I don't know how this guy's so dumb. Hey, I made it.
Okay, you think I need to take him close to me so you start pulling him toward you.
All right. Do I need to make a strength check as well?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I made that.
Yes. You like
Certainly.
violently take him out of the arms of that creature. You kind of scuffed him up a little bit, but you think he'll be okay.
Better than
My
me.
buddy. My buddy.
Okay. And then Jessica has to read the thing one more
Better than
time.
being taken on by ghouls. Or whatever. All right.
Yes.
Repeating the thing again. Don't let me forget the end part.
All right.
Ithaca.
He wakes up just in time to say the last thing.
Right. So you do a con check. And then also on top of that, a power roll, too. Because this is the last one.
Ooh.
Pow. Chicken kapow.
All right. Oh, let me see what happens with the con thing first.
You succeed.
Man.
Now
All
just
right, power.
Okay, so you remain conscious.
Yes! Hard success.
Yay.
But as you kind of realize that what's like, oh yeah, yes, we're done. The cave is starting to collapse, so you have to run out. So everybody who's conscious, make a dodge roll.
Of course it is.
Because we haven't died yet, so clearly we're not done.
No.
Oh, hard success.
Good for you.
And we've only gone a little insane, so.
Yeah.
It was like a bomb today. That's
Oof.
Oh
I
no.
dodged things anyway.
I did not succeed.
So I just need one from Eric. A
Dodge.
dodge roll.
Yep. Where is my dodge?
It's on the left-hand side near the bottom.
Yeah, it's under, but I just have fighting skill. I have brawl and then fighting skill 1, 2, and 3. So I guess.
No. There, look up above there. There's like Cthulhu Mythos, Disguise, Dodge, Drive Auto.
Mm-hmm. What he said.
It should be right above the fighting skills.
I see.
It's not a fighting skill.
No.
It's okay. So if you failed, you take let's see. Oh, ignore that. I rolled a d8 and I picked the wrong dice. I'm gonna take the four because it's the first one that popped up. So you guys, whoever failed and running, you take 4 points of damage. And unfortunately, Mike's just gonna be bumping along.
Bang, 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 bang.
Drag him around.
I'm like Severus Snape being dragged along by what's his face? Just bang my head off.
As you get to the cave, the entrance of the sinkhole, you're shocked, but not really, that James booked it all the way to here and is trying to climb up the rope. So, guys can start climbing up the rope.
Okay, climb check.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fail.
Okay. So you slide down to the bottom.
Oh.
You also slide down.
Ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
Ivy knocks into you, Crash.
Crash, we crashed. Oh, jeez, Jessica failed.
And you'll
Wow.
have like a puddle down. And
Oh
James will,
no.
Woo, look at that. Fail, fail, fail.
and James will say, just like tie a rope around your arm and I'll pull you up. If you want to do that, you can, or you should try to just re-climb up.
I'll try one more time.
Sure.
And you extra failed.
Nope, I extra failed. Never mind, just haul me up.
So if you let
When
kind
it's
of like
highlighted.
loosely
Yeah,
tie it around
no.
yourself, you'll be able to be pulled up. Yeah. If you like to do it that way instead. Jessica, you get to climb up, and whoever's last gets to tie Mike to the rope, and he'll be hauled out. And you can kind of, as you get up to the top of the mall, some of that mall is falling down into the sinkhole.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Well, the best part of that is that eventually all the mall
Better
will be
get outta here.
down here,
So
so
he's-
we can
James
just leave
says,
through
like-
the end.
James is like, go out, and he's like pushing you into like Montgomery Ward to go out.
Like,
Because
that's
he's
the wrong
like,
way, but
well, he's just pushing you out somewhere that that you won't,
that's probably the closest exit, though.
Yes. So he's just pushing you towards it, and as you're running towards the exit out the back of Montgomery Ward, you do hear the mall kind of collapsing as you're running out.
Ah.
Wow. That mall never even opened. Holy cow.
So
Wondering
do
how
get
this
rid
is
of the
going to affect
ghouls?
my job.
do you get rid of the ghouls or whatever that was in the basement, the tunnels, and you survive. Jessica writes a investigative report on everything.
Can I star in the movie?
Sure, there's a little documentary that's
I
done
didn't
by
get
like,
any
the-
pictures of the ghouls though, of course.
Of
Yes.
course.
Ivy stars in the local stations like movie of it that's really low budget. But 40 years later, the mall is destroyed and the only people go in there is like the urban explorers. Every so often, you feel a gust of wind coming from the mall. And Mike, you get 40 years in the future, get cleaned up, and one of your things is to make your rounds around the mall just to make sure nobody's going in there trespassing. And you feel a cold gust of wind go through you, but as it leaves as soon as it comes. You go about your rounds, and elder things stay sleeping thanks to what you did 40 years ago, right? Or do they?
Always the question.
Sleeping elder
Always the
things stay
question.
sleeping, right?
Well,
Maybe.
Let's hope.
Right? Alright, that is it.
somebody goes spelunking down in that cave, right?
Yep. Some urban explorer that goes on YouTube, right?
Thank you very much.
That was
thank
it.
We'll
you.
say, hey,
We
I wrote
somehow
a story about
survived.
this 40
Yeah.
years ago.
We survived and didn't go crazy. It's a miracle.
Well, I went a little crazy.
All right, a little.
Well, not for lack of trying.
Yeah, that's true.
Not permanently insane. Only
So,
temporarily insane.
so this was one of the Cult of Chaos scenarios. That if you're in the Call of Cthulhu Adventures League analog thing, you get this adventure. So I'm
Very
glad
cool.
you guys liked it.
Yes.
Yes.
It was cool.
And
All
the credits
right.
is don't you forget about me. And yes, I'm gonna get that stuck in your heads.
Yeah, you did it. Good job. All
Anyway.
right. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah,
and
it's-
thank you
yeah.
for watching.
Hope everybody else enjoyed.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna get going. I gotta go pick up food.
Okay,
Go for
go pick
it.
up food.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.